Welcome back to My Life Matters Grief and PTSD Forum. Remember, no matter what you're facing, what anyone else says, whatever your head even says, your life matters both to God and to us. Have you ever been in a room with someone who's grieving and you felt all thumbs? You had no idea what to say. You felt like everything you did say was the wrong thing. What do you do? In this next few minutes, we'll talk about that and give you some tips and give you some hints on how to help a loved one that's grieving. We hope that you'll be able to take those tips to the next situation that you face. Again, as always, if you want to, please leave us comments at the end of the session. Let us know what you think. Maybe you can share a tip or two with us. God bless. Let's hear what our experts have to say. Thank you. Last one on this one. How can friends and family, maybe everyone out here is not grieving, but they're supporting someone. How can they help? And I guess the question is, what doesn't help? Does that make sense? And then what doesn't help?
Hush. That's something that I learned. If you don't know what to say, just be quiet and sit there. We do more damage than good when we try to be too helpful, right? Understanding our families and friends and where they are. And sometimes we just hush. So sometimes when you're about to say something, when people say, well, where you? Just hush. Hush. And that's something that I think helps my relationships with people that are grieving, is just a hush.
I think just be present. There are no real right words. Even saying, to give it time, we don't want to hear nothing about the time. Like, we ready for the time to be up, but we can't make it go any faster than what it's going. So, we don't want to hear that, Just being present. I remember early in the grief process when it was just the grief was just raw. It's going to be a boisterous cry. It's going to be a deep, my soul is crying. And I didn't want to be alone while I was having those cries. But the people didn't necessarily know how to be just present. So one person that was there, one of my moms was there, they was ready to take me, let's get in the car, let's go shopping, let's go travel the world. We got to put you on a plane. It was just no, I just need somebody to be in this house because I don't know what is going to come out of me at the moment. So somebody need to be here. And so then the other moms is we just, however she gonna flow, we gonna stay out of her space. If she want us to come in here, hold her, we just gonna be here. So it was the two moms didn't know quite what to do, but just be present. I just needed presence.
There are some things that we probably don't want to say. Anybody want to offer a couple?
You had time to heal. Wow. Your loved one was, you knew this was gonna happen,
Oh, you knew he was sick.
You knew, yeah. It's what? I was still in faith, God could have even maybe potentially prepared me for the loss, but nothing really prepares you for the grief. Nothing really prepares you for the life after the loss. Even if God tells you that the loss is coming, okay, I got that step. He might even tell you, this is your future, this is what I need you to do in this season, but nothing prepares you for the process of actually, you gotta get yourself to take the steps that God maybe is telling you to take. How do I find that energy within myself? My soul, my spirit is crushed.
I see you all nodding. I'm just gonna ask real quick these two. What shouldn't we do? I know you just had a recent loss, if I can ask. What shouldn't we do?
I don't like when people say you have to be strong. Ooh, that is my biggest pet peeve. It's just I don't have to be in this moment. I need people to be around me to be strong for me. So don't tell me you have to do this or you have to, even with holidays, you have to do this, keep up this tradition. You have to, your mom would want you to put up these Christmas lights, and it's just no, let me do what I want to do in this moment. Don't tell me what I have to do.
Okay, thank you.
I would say dealing with a lot. I lost my father when I was 10. I lost my grandmother when I was 11. My mom was diagnosed with breast cancer when I was 12 or 13.
Wow.
And I didn't have any family, so that whole holiday Christmas stuff, when you don't come from nothing, you don't have that anyway. But one thing I would say with people trying to give support, don't overcommit. If you know you can't be there every day, then don't say you're going to be there every day. If you My god auntie just recently lost my god uncle, and one thing I just asked her, how do you want me to support you? What can I do? And be honest if you cannot do it. You know, we're human. You may not be able to spend a night, and this comes from experience because I noticed I'm the go-to person for grief. I'll spend a night over that person's house. I'll be there. So if you're the only contact that person has, don't overexert yourself to the point that now you don't even want to be bothered with that person too, because you can kind of build resentment towards the person who had a loss. So just don't overcommit. Just do what you can. Don't make any promises, because you're going to fail that person. And if that person was expecting you to bring their meatloaf every Wednesday, and you know you can't do that, then just assert yourself when you can. And like you stated, I would spend a night over my auntie house or my cousin. It was a lot of deaths that happened for me. I'll spend a night maybe 3 days, and I don't have to be in. You don't have to be in the same room. You don't have to be in their space. They'll ask you if they want you to come in or go somewhere, but definitely don't overcommit yourself, because you can deal with that grief too differently, and you don't want to let that person down, and then you don't want to feel guilty that you couldn't be there when you said that you could be there. So yeah.
Thank you. Thanks so much for joining us today. If you'd like to connect with us, you can do so at ChristyMinger.com, or you can catch us across social media at the addresses listed below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. God bless and have a wonderful day.